Hello my loves, and welcome back to our series on breaking vanilla conditioning. So if you didn't already watch part 1 of this series on breaking vanilla conditioning, I put the link in this description because you do not want to miss it. We laid the beautiful foundation to start shifting your thinking out of that space and into a new life-giving space. Here's the thing about that shift from that paradigm of vanilla conditioning to the paradigm of those 4 standards that I discussed last week. What really sets the standard for healthy sexuality? Again, go back and watch it. You do not want to miss that content. So in this shift, I have found that in my experience working with so many singles and couples, and in my own experience going through this process myself, breaking vanilla conditioning for myself, I have found that really the fear is wrapped up in 2 primary categories. That, okay, I'm interested in these things, I want to try some of these things out with my partner, but if I bring this up, if I broach this, if I initiate this, it's gonna lead to bad things for me, myself personally, and my relationship, our connection. Those are the 2 primary areas that just get bombarded with shame, bombarded with fear, and really cripple curious vanillas and navigating newbies, really cripple them from continuing down the kinky buffet and trying things out, putting some new tasty things on your kinky plate. If you are consumed with that fear, consumed with that shame, and you really believe that if I step into this, I'm going to be damaged because of this, or my relationship is going to be damaged because of this, you're never going to step forward. You're never going to move forward. It will cripple you. So today, I want to discuss those specific fears, those 2 main categories of personal fears and relational fears, and what might be attacking you right now in your thinking so we can conquer it together. So the common personal fears, and these are false fears, but they're still in our minds and in our hearts when we are going through the process of breaking vanilla conditioning. And yes, it is a process. Shifting your paradigm, shifting how you see the world, how you see life, how you see yourself, how you see sexuality, whatever, takes time. So don't expect, go to bed full of vanilla conditioning, full of fear, full of shame, and then wake up the next morning rearing and ready to go for a scene. It's probably not going to happen unless you binge watch my YouTube videos. So these are false fears, but the most common personal fears include things like, I will lose my voice and sense of personal identity. I will accidentally fall into abuse or codependency. I will unintentionally get manipulated by an abuser. Or I might even fall behind on my vanilla tasks and my vanilla responsibilities. So are any of those thoughts playing in your mind? If you are a curious vanilla or navigating newbie, if you are in the process of breaking vanilla conditioning, can you relate to any of those? If you do, comment below and let me know. If not, if you have a different personal fear, bring it up, bring it into the light. Comment below so we can bring it into the light and we can attack it and conquer it once and for all. But primarily, those are the biggest personal fears. If you are in that vanilla conditioning, if you feel that vanilla sex is the standard for healthy sex, that's how you're going to feel. So again, don't miss last week's video where I laid out the 4 standards for healthy sex. It's not vanilla, okay? It's totally different. It's going to start helping you shift that paradigm. As I mentioned, the second category of fear here when it comes to breaking vanilla conditioning is relational fears. Not only will something bad or toxic or damaging happen to me, but my precious, beautiful relationship. Now, you may be engaging in BDSM because you want to infuse some intimacy and passion and connection. You may be feeling some disconnection right now. Even more fear of going, oh my gosh, I'm already disconnected. What if we try this? It's gonna just obliterate everything. So again, these are false fears, but if you're looking into this, you might be experiencing one of these relational fears as well, such as my partner will judge or criticize or reject me for bringing some of these desires up. or this will unintentionally create an unhealthy dynamic. This will usher in the temptation to cheat or be unfaithful. Oh my gosh. This could create too much transparency, and my partner will get bored and lose interest. Are any of those ones playing on in your mind? So, if they are, again, bring it into the light. Comment below and let me know so we can attack this and conquer this together as a community, because you don't need to be in that place. You don't need to be in that place of fear, of shame, or all these things, because, again, like we established last week, the definition, the standard, the boundaries for healthy sex is not vanilla sex. It's completely different. It's completely different. It's safety, sanity, consent, and intimacy. So if those are checked off, you're good to go. And I was there too as a curious vanilla navigating newbie many years ago. This was a process I also had to go through, and I wish, in addition to just reading the books and getting the education that I needed and getting the reassurance through those authors, through those educators that I needed, I wish that someone would have told me this is literally what happened to me. Not from a detached, educational, conceptual perspective, but from a real life, hands-on, this is what you can expect if you do engage in this. This is what you can expect for you personally. This is what you can expect for your relationship, etc. I wish I could have sat down. I wish I had someone to tell me, hey, I've been through it. I tried it out. I was scared too. And this has been the fruit of it for me. Well, I have done that for you because I wish I would have had that. So I asked my beautiful community, my beautiful patron community on Discord, I asked them to share one way that they have grown or benefited from BDSM. And here are some of the most impactful, amazing answers that I received. BDSM helped to get out of the dating game, as it really is bad formula, and to develop friendships with others who don't feel compelled to fit in with the grand narrative of society. BDSM has been huge in helping me discover different levels of healing, especially through little space and DS dynamics. BDSM has helped me grow in confidence. Whenever I step into my dominance, I feel a difference instantly. I feel like the world finally stops spinning and I am in complete control. I feel empowered and I feel like I can achieve anything I put my mind to. BDSM empowered me when the world around me, especially my mother, wouldn't. When I discovered my dominance, I felt sane for the first time, like it was okay for me to be strong and powerful. BDSM for me has helped me learn to accept myself. It has allowed me to understand that even though bad things have happened to me being loved and cared for isn't some fantasy that will never come true. BDSM has made me feel normal for once in my life. I grew up questioning a lot of the norms and being scolded for wanting more or wanting differently. I feel like BDSM has allowed me to be exactly who I am and feel accepted for it. And the communication and honesty involved has forced me to grow as a person in relation with others. BDSM saved our marriage. We have been together for 15 years, married 9, and we are 4 years into parenthood. I classify our marital issues as fairly common post-baby stuff, compounded with an entire relationship of bad communication habits. Before BDSM, we were in counseling and both motivated to make it work, but the disconnect remained and was worsening. BDSM helped us immediately. It forced an immediate reset in all of our ingrained habits. It required of us vulnerability, honesty, transparency, bravery, focus, and acting as a team. It brought immediate pleasure and renewed intimacy. The process allowed for the most genuine and loving and open communication we have ever had. We healed many old wounds. We found closure on past damage done and a path forward together. A newfound sense of trust, a newfound lust for learning about each other. I'm profoundly changed and thankful for finding BDSM. If that doesn't just make your eyes water and give you the feels, then you need to check where you left your heart, Tin Man, because oh my gosh, I just thought that was so impactful and so very accurate and true to life. This is the words from my community. We've been there. We've done that. And this is our experience. These are the benefits that we have reaped on the other side of vanilla conditioning. If you want to take the next step in breaking free of your vanilla conditioning once and for all, just go over to patreon.com/ellexerotica now to get access to my 5 practical steps to shifting the beliefs you need to experiencing the life-changing benefits of BDSM for yourself.